Welcome to Distilled the Bourbon Podcast. I'm Brent. I'm here with my co-hosts Brian, Chuck, and Aaron. And today we've got a short pour for you. What in the hell are we drinking now, Chuck?
What indeed. This is a find off of the Bourbon Trail. This is from the Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company. They're not distilling yet. They're sourcing everything. It's an interesting little spot, as I mentioned before, right in the middle of bourbon country. It's 3 minutes from Wild Turkey. It's 12 minutes from Four Roses. It's just off the side of the road. They don't even have their still yet. So anyway, they've done some things I've never seen before. One of them was a Alberta, Canada, 100% rye whiskey, no malted barley, just 100% rye. It's the Canadians. What can I tell you? You got to love them.
They're funny people.
They are very. But also, it's part of the tasting. And here's one of the things: since they don't have any of their own product yet. They source everything. You go to the bar and order a tasting. I think there's a couple of variations of it. Well, one of the things they offered was a high wheat rye whiskey.
A what?
Now, have you ever heard of a wheated bourbon?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever heard of corn whiskey?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever heard of a 95% rye?
Yes.
Well, then you'll have no problem understanding a 65% rye, 35% wheat.
I don't
65
rye,
rye,
get it.
35 wheat, no barley, no corn.
Correct.
Wow.
Distilled in Florida.
Oh, the whiskey mecca, Florida.
Who the hell is distilling in Florida?
I have been to a distillery in Florida at south of Daytona. It used to be
New
quite
Smyrna?
nice. At New Smyrna, yeah. Anyway, so this is...
But are they putting enough product out to send it to Kentucky?
So it makes me think it's Jim Beam because Cruzan is distilled down there. And so they have a distillery down there. So it makes me think that Jim Beam is aging product down there now to play with the aging process. Because there's no other distilleries down there that could produce.
This is distilled in Florida, not aged in Florida.
Well, if you've ever been to Florida distilleries, as you have, Chuck, like the ones I've been to, they use small 15, 20-gallon barrels.
Okay.
Which, if you age it 7 years, it's going to be like a 40-year-old bourbon because there's less surface area.
You're right.
Okay,
Well-
so this is aged 7 years. This is from cask 1, barrel 1. This is the first of a kind.
Nice.
You might not ever see it again. It is bottle 77 out of that barrel, so that's not a 15. That might be
77? Yeah, you're right. That's got to be a small barrel.
121.6 proof, 7-year-old. It's talking about a unicorn, buddy. I brought you a unicorn, a high wheat rye.
Well,
taste it, see what you think.
I was about to say, have you nosed this yet?
Yeah, buddy.
Boy, it's got a nice nose.
You know, it kind of
I
does.
just don't understand. I'm still flabbergasted.
I know.
How we
I love it.
whiskey.
I love it.
Drink your whiskey, buddy.
You know, they said that about aging bourbon in different port barrels and wine barrels, and then we loved them. And then, so this might be the next big thing.
Okay, I'm a wheated rye fan.
You know, it's good, isn't it?
Holy smokes.
Isn't that amazing?
What the hell is this?
Isn't that funny?
Chuck,
Yeah.
that hits every part of the palate that you like. Man, that's a find.
Hey, thank me now, pay me later.
Absolutely.
Can you order this online?
I don't know.
No, there's only like probably that.
Yeah.
That
Chuck bought the last
barrel.
bottle.
It's possible.
It says 1 cask rye, so
You said of 77 bottles, correct?
this is bottle 77.
This is bottle number 77
of the barrel.
Of the barrel. Okay.
So it's going to be a 50.
It's got to be a small.
254 gallon barrel.
If anybody
Aged
out
7
there,
years. Look, obviously there are some mad scientists, some alchemists out there that are willing to try anything.
Yeah.
And when I saw high wheat or a wheated rye, it's like, yes, I'll have one plate. Well, it was part of the tasting.
right?
We're going to be there this weekend. If they have more of this,
Shut up and take my money.
Absolutely.
who wants a bottle?
All of us.
So, listen, this is the perfect amount of heat for me.
Yes. You get the rye spice from and my thing with wheated whiskeys, a lot of them have that bitterness on the back end. It's almost medicinal.
Right.
There's no bitterness with this. Like the rye cuts that bitter and they play so well together.
Brian, you're suspiciously quiet, and you like ryes.
I actually love this.
Yeah.
You know, I was just waiting for Aaron to finally stop talking. You know,
You can't wait,
which is
man.
hard. You know, but no, I mean, I thought I would hate it, but I actually really enjoy it. You know, the wheated. I'm not a big wheated fan, but the rye spice up front. There's a little wheat on the back end, but I mean, it's very balanced.
I love this.
It's an amazing little bottle. Isn't it funny?
That is awesome.
I know we can't find it on the shelves anywhere, but if I could find it, I would absolutely buy a bottle. What about you, Brent?
Absolutely. Well, I'd buy a case of that, sure.
Yeah. So,
And I want to introduce it to everybody I know. It's like, hey,
Absolutely.
you've never tried this before. Try it. Chuck, how much does it cost?
It was not inexpensive.
Small, just one kidney.
Was it less than $200?
I think it was less than $200.
Okay. I'd still buy one then.
I'm going to be up there this weekend. I'll text you boys and find out if they still have it, if you still like it. Again, it was a lark. I was delighted with it. I obviously enjoyed myself a lot at their tasting bar and bought both this and 100% Canadian rye whiskey. And anyway, isn't this fun?
now I got to figure out who the heck is distilling this crap.
Yeah, Florida.
Florida Distillery. I'm on it. Let's research.
Well, there you go. It's the longest short pour we've ever had. It's more of a medium pour today, but Lawrenceburg, a wheated rye.
Anderson County.
If you can get it, get it. With that said, please drink responsibly.